Hi guys, it's Dakota. Hope everybody's doing well. If you're new here to the channel, welcome. I hope that you'll subscribe. I hope you like the content. I don't get paid for YouTube. I don't get paid by any sponsors, any kind of thing like that. I just like people to subscribe and watch my numbers go up. It makes me feel all nice and warm and fuzzy inside. And if you already subscribed, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. It really makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. Today I want to talk about two words, tarot and expectations. um, for those of you that are new, I do have a metaphysical store. This is not a plug, but it is a plug. I keep the link will be at the bottom in the description box. Excuse me. But the reason I'm bringing that up is because we also have I have a classroom, and we have all kinds of classes, monthly classes. I teach a year-long Witchcraft 101 class. I'm a Reiki master teacher, so we do Reiki attunement classes. I read tarot, so I do tarot readings. We do meditations. We do singing bowls. I mean, there's just a whole plethora of stuff that goes on at the store in our classroom. So the reason I wanted to mention that is because, um, let me also mention this, that this year, March 1st, was our 10-year anniversary at our new store. And thank you so much to everybody that supported us and showed your love. We really do appreciate that. But over the years and years and years, I have had several people, because we teach classes and stuff, and because I read tarot, several people have asked, do you teach tarot? Now, a lot of our customers that come in who are drawn to and they're interested in tarot, uh, they we go through the things about how to get your cards and all of that, and then they want to know if I teach. So this has been going on for years, and I have never taught a tarot class or a tarot course at the store. And you might be wondering why. And one of the reasons why is I am really sort of out of the box, or like I usually say, out of the book when it comes to how I interpret my cards. I have taken numerous classes. I have correspondence courses. I belong to several tarot groups online. I'm sorry, I don't watch TikTok, but I do watch who I consider reputable uh, readers on YouTube. I read their blogs. I've got book after book after book on tarot. I've got tarot cards, more than one deck. Can you believe that? More than one deck? Yeah, tarot cards and oracle cards. And I do like to read the books. I like to read the books. And a lot of here's some controversy. You have half tarot readers will say, throw the book away, don't even read it, don't look at it, because tarot needs to come from your own personal abilities, your intuition, your psychic abilities, that clairvoyancy. We need to use that. Don't read the book. That book was written by somebody else, and that's their interpretation of the card. And you know what? That person that says that is absolutely correct. Absolutely 100% correct. In that you do have to use, or you should use, your own abilities. You should. However, I also think that you should read the book. You should read the book. I read the books, and this is why I read the books. I read the books because I want to know what that author's interpretation of that card is. Now, a good majority of the cards, I'm just going to say it that way because I don't know what the percentage is and I don't really care, but there's a good majority of the decks that are out there are based on the Rider-Waite-Smith structure or format. where you have the full card as the first card, and there's 78 cards, and it goes through the major arcanas and the minor arcanas. I pronounce it arcana, not arcana. And so if we just start with the full card, Arthur Waite has his meaning of the full card and blah blah blah, all about it. And then Pamela Coleman Smith was the artist, and the two of them worked together, and she drew the card based on his interpretation of the card, the meaning of the card. They worked together, and boom, you have the full card. So again, those readers are going to say, don't read that book. Don't read that book. I agree with that, because that's his interpretation. That's his idea of what he sees in the full card. However, I'm going to read that book. And the reason why is I want to know what they see in the card. Now, let's just say that it's not Arthur Waite. It's not the Rider-Waite Smith deck, okay? It's a different deck, but it is based on the 78 cards of tarot, based on the Rider-Waite Smith structure, okay? The Waite structure. How the meanings of the cards. So let's just take the full card, for example, the first card. So Mr. Smith has, Mr. Waite Arthur Waite has his meanings. Here's what the full card looks like. That's the Rider-Waite deck, okay? Then we move to a different deck, but it's based on the Rider-Waite deck, and here's this author, different author. Here's his interpretation, or hers, and here's the artwork, completely different. And there's who knows how many decks out there. My goodness, we carry probably over, I'm guessing, when we get our shipments, I'm guessing we have at least close to 100 decks between Oracle and Tarot. So there might be, right next to the Rider-Waite Smith deck is a mermaid deck. It's a tarot deck. It's a mermaid, or the cats, or skulls, or blah blah blah, vampires. There's all kinds of decks out there. But let's just say, out of all those decks that I just mentioned, they're all based on the minor and the major and the minor arcana, and the basic meanings. So first card, the Fool. First card, might be called something else. Whatever deck you have, it might be, I don't know, a cat, but it's a fool, and he's doing something silly. He looks like a fool. Well, what I want to know is what this says. I want to know what the meaning is of this cat card, because if this is a full card, I don't care if it's a cat, if it's a skeleton, if it's a flower. I don't care. I want to know what they wrote about this, and why. So I might get something out of that meaning. I don't like to just get a deck and go, "Ooh, these are pretty," and not know what they had in mind, what the author and the artist had in mind, what was going on with them, because they were using their own talents, their own abilities, etc. So yeah, so I do read the book, but once I'm done with that book usually goes back in its box or on the shelf. because I read intuitively. I read intuitively. Now it's my turn. I know what he said. I know what she said the meaning of this card means. But when I look at the card, I see something different. It makes me feel a certain way. It reminds me of something, somebody, a trip. It reminds me of something. It brings up an emotion. So when I say that I'm out of the book, out of the box, that's what I'm talking about. I want the knowledge. I want to know what that card was. I'm looking for a card. All my decks are over there. I have this. Okay, look at this. Wait, hold on. Look, I have this. It's a whole box. So, and in the back, I'll show you the back. Okay, so here's all the cards, right? Here's all the cards. Now, I have not researched this deck to the depths. It's I'm researching. I'm looking at this deck. Let's put it that way. That's kind of why it was right there. I forgot. But what I'm saying is that just that. Who came up with those ideas? And why? You know, why? What sparked that? I want to read about it. I want the knowledge. I want to know. I want to know. And then once I know, I'm free to do what I want. You know, there wasn't any law in any book that I've read, any tarot book that I've read, or any tarot deck that I own that says once you get this deck, you must absolutely read the way it says in this deck, in this book, or you're going to tarot jail. Ooh, yay. That would be fun. There's no law. There's no right and there's no wrong of how you see that card. There's not. There's not. Okay? So, moving forward into expectation. This is something else that just sort of it caught my attention. I've been editing the my notes for our tarot class that's coming up soon, soon, soon. I'm going to be posting it tomorrow morning, I believe. So if you are local and you are a customer and you are interested in the tarot course, check the page because it's going to be on there and the information about the course will be on there. So, but yeah, there's absolutely no law that says, well, this is the right way. It might be the right way for them. It doesn't mean it's the right way for me. Right? You know, and you guys know. So, it's how that card makes you feel. It's using your intuition. It's looking beyond the keywords. The keywords, excuse me. um, it's beyond that. It's using your intuition, using if you have psychic abilities, just using all those clairs. Um, and then telling the truth, your truth, your truth. What do you see? What do you feel? Tell me. Well, there are some people that you might read for or will read for if you choose that path that will come in with an absolute expectation. A lot of your, I will tell you the two main questions, issues, situations that I get for tarot is either financial or romance. Those are the two main situations that I get asked about when people come for a reading. There are other, of course, there's all kinds of issues and things out there, but those are the two main ones that I get asked a lot. Sometimes it's, will I find love? And other times it's, oh, the love of my life and we broke up. Should we get back to, are we going to get back together? Financial things. It could be a promotion. Just, things like that. Am I going to get the promotion? Those types of things. So, but when they come in, a lot of them will come in, not a lot, some will come in with an expectation. They already know what they want. They already know what they want the answer to be. And in the case of, I'll use both. In the case of a romance, are we going to get back together? In their heart of hearts, like they wouldn't be asking that if they didn't want to get back together. Because if they didn't want to get back together, you have a choice. You can say no. If the person comes to you, you can say no. So then the answer is no. You just answered yourself. But if you've broken up and you really want to get back, then you're going to want to know if that's a possibility. But you come in with an expectation of, I hope so, right? So if I lay the cards and it's a, I don't think so, like, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look promising. Then you're unhappy, you're sad, you leave. Maybe you're going to tell your friends, I'm not a great reader. I didn't know what I was talking about, because that night you got back together. Perfect. I'm glad. I'm glad for you. If you're happy, I'm happy. Was I wrong? Okay, well, I didn't say it. The cards. I read what cards came up is what I gave the information to. Now, in another 2 months, 3 months, you're back because it didn't work out. And I'm like, remember that spread where I said, and I, there's things in that spread that I said, this needs to be worked on. This needs to be healed. You might want to consider this. You might want to, this is a priority. The universe, the spirits, the guides, your angels, whatever you want to, whatever source, your own heart, your own truth. This is what it's telling you. You know this. But you're asking if you're going to get back together. That's because you want to. Because if you didn't, you wouldn't be here. So, okay, so we have that situation. Another situation is, so then it's a vicious circle. You see what I'm saying? It's a vicious circle. The card said, you might want to think about this first. You didn't. You got back together that night. I'm not a great tarot reader. I didn't know what I was talking about. You guys got back together. 3 months later, you broke up again. You come back. It's a vicious circle. It's just a vicious circle. If, let's say you come in and you're up for a promotion. You're up for a promotion, but you're up for a promotion against somebody else, and you want to know, someone encouraged you to go for this promotion, and you're like, well, I don't have as much experience as this person. I don't know. I don't know. So we look at the cards and we say, it looks like you're getting it. Everything looks very positive and very in your favor. And guess what? but there was something, but there was something maybe. And so you get the promotion, and that something was, even though you got the promotion, you weren't the CEO, but it moved you to a different department, a different boss, and they're a real what. Now you got to deal with that attitude. Hey, you got the promotion. I mean, and the expectation was, I don't know. I mean, this somebody else has more experience, but I really okay. Well, and I said, yeah, it looks good. I mean, there's a little something, but you know, some little blockage here, but it looks promising. You got it. You got it. And your expectation was that you wanted it, but when you came back and say, yeah, I got it, but I hate it. I hate my job. I hate this and I hate that. And I'm like, you know, that little something, you might have wanted to look at that. As I said, kind of thing. So, that expectation, again, would be on you, not on the reader. The reader is giving you what came up. So, when I read for myself, and I don't do spreads for myself because I have an expectation. When I ask for something, like when I have a question, hey, is this going to happen? Look at me. Is this going to happen? And the cards are like, yeah, I don't want to see that. I don't want to go, yeah. Like I'm going to try to force those cards into saying, yeah, but yeah. Like, you know what I mean? My expectation is, yes, I want this. Is it going to happen? And the cards are like, yeah, and I'm going to go, oh no, but that card, sometimes that card means, I kind of have a habit of doing that with myself. So I read Transparent Tarot by Emily Cardin. Emily Carding, um, and it's designed where you can read each individual card. But when I do that, that's when I start going, yeah. So what I do is, after I get done shuffling the cards are also made, they're designed that you layer them. And I layer three cards. I layer three cards to make one card, because you can see through them, and the images make one card. And that one card, my question is always, universe, what do you got for me? What do I need to know? What do I need to do? What's happening? Point me in a direction. I'm not asking any questions. I don't have any expectations because I have no idea. What's up? And I draw three cards because I want some images, and I don't want to lay the three cards because then my brain starts working. So I just three cards right on top of each other, which turns into looking like one card. And that one card, then I'm able to read as a whole, if that makes sense. And since there is no expectation, I read the card for exactly what it is. And if it's something like, you've been slacking here, and you better get going on that, then I'm still going, yeah, but I don't have any other card to turn to go, yeah, but I don't have that. It's all in one card. There's no expectation. I love that deck. I love that deck. Um, and and it's very informative, very informative. Um, I've read through her book. Her meanings are similar. There's a similar feel. There's a similar feel with the Rider-Waite. but there's a little bit of difference in it as well. So that helps open up my mind to and my own intuition to look at it and see what I see. See what I see. Not what she tells me necessarily. Pardon me. There's a lot of pollen here, let me tell you. So yeah, so those two words, I'm going to let you go. Those two words, tarot and expectations. Those two words are powerful, and I think as a tarot reader, you should not have expectations that you are going to be the most sought after tarot reader, the most accurate tarot reader, the most psychic, intuitive tarot reader. We all read at different levels, and we all have different emotions. We all see things differently, which, if you're a tarot reader, that's what the hangman is all about. We see things differently from a different perspective, a different point of view. And there you go. Don't expect to be 100% all the time. Don't expect that everybody you read for is going to love and adore you and think that, oh my God, you're just the best. And understand that, those clients some are going to have expectations, and you're not going to meet them. That is on them. That is not on you. So, yeah. So that word, that whole thing about the expectation got me worked up, and but it was good. It was good because it made me think, and um, shed some new light on me. Yeah, shed some new light on some things for the class, and I'm excited about that. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna get out of here. Um, like I said, I had something else planned for today, but I saw that and it was like, I just needed to talk about it. I think I needed to talk about it so that I could replay this and hear myself. Does that make sense? Um, yeah, sometimes I need to do that. I need to hear what I'm processing. I think I'm still processing that because I might be totally wrong. So maybe next video I'm gonna go, hey, yeah, I expected that video to be right and it wasn't. So anyway, guys, have a great rest till the next time. Have a great till the next time that I see you. In the meantime, take care of yourselves, be kind, and see you next time. Love you guys. Bye.